Hello students, now I am going to explain backpatching technique in the compiler design. So, you know, as, as earlier you have already written the three address code for the Boolean expression. So here I am taking the example for Boolean expression. So how can we write the three address code for the Boolean expression using the backpatching technique? So in the earlier three address code for the Boolean expression, you have facing the difficulty when you writing the address of the label, because all the three address code with the help of earlier SDT using the single pass only. So if we decide to generate the three address code for given syntax directed definition using single pass only, then the main problem that occurs is the decision of address of the labels. So here go to statements refer these label statements, and in one pass it becomes difficult to know the location of these label statement. So you have seen the go to statement. So go to jump on the particular label in the earlier three address code. So in one pass it is very difficult to know the location of the label statement which on which label go to statement jump. So in the single pass we are facing this type of difficulty. So what is the address for the go to label statement? So here these types of problem can be resolved by backpatching technique. The idea to backpatching is to leave the label unspecified and fill it later when we know what will be. In the backpatching technique, uh, this process for writing the three address code is happened in two passes, first pass and second pass. In the first pass, we unspecified the label, and later in the second pass, when we know what will be the address, then we will fill the address, but later. If you use two passes instead of one pass, in one pass we can leave these addresses unspecified, and in second pass this incomplete information can be filled up. So you can understand here the way for writing the three address code in earlier SDT. So this process in the one pass, and currently with the help of backpatching, when we write the three address code, then this process will be performed in the two passes, for one pass and second pass. In the one pass we leave the address unspecified, and in the second pass unspecified address we fill up. Okay, for completing this process, the backpatching technique use the following function. First function is make list. So make list, here inside the parenthesis I, it means this make list function create a new list containing only I. Here I representing the index of the list and indexes into the array of the instruction. So this make list function used for creating the new list containing only I. And second one is merge function. So merge L1 comma L2, there are two parameters here. So this merge function concatenates the list L1 and L2, here L1 and L2 representing the list. So this merge function concatenate both the list. And third one is backpatch function. So this backpatch function has two parameters, L comma label. So here this label insert as the target for statement in the list capital L. So whatever here label, this label insert to the for the statement in the list capital L. So these three main functions, make list, merge and backpatch, are used in the backpatching technique. So here backpatching using Boolean expression. So here's the SDT for Boolean expression using backpatching. Actually, the SDT is different in the backpatching as earlier method, earlier SDT. So here grammar is exp derive exp1 or mexp2, and this is the grammar, and this grammar associate with the semantic rule backpatch exp1 dot false list comma m dot quad bracket close exp dot true list is equal to merge exp1 dot true list comma exp2 dot true list. Exp dot false list is equal to exp2 dot false list. So here this is the semantic rule which are associated with this production. So now second production is grammar is exp derive exp1 and mexp2, and for this production we have semantic rules backpatch exp1 dot true list comma m dot quad. So here you can see this is the backpatch function. Exp dot true list is equal to exp2 dot true list semicolon exp dot false list is equal to merge exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list. So this is the semantic rule, and for the exp derive exp1 and mexp2. So now third grammar exp derive not exp1 exp dot true list is equal to exp1 dot false list, exp dot false list is equal to exp1 dot true list. Fourth, exp derive left parenthesis exp1 right parenthesis, and for this production the semantic rule is exp dot true list is equal to exp1 dot true list, exp dot false list is equal to exp1 dot false list. And fifth number production exp derive id1 relational operator id2, exp dot true list is equal to make list next quad, exp dot false list is equal to make list next quad plus 1. Generate function, this will generate if id1 relational operator id2 go to dash, and next generate function used for it will generate go to dash. So and next 6 exp derive true, exp dot true list is equal to make list next quad generate go to dash. Exp derive false, it has semantic rules exp dot false list is equal to make list next quad generate go to dash. And last is m derive epsilon. So the semantic rule for m derive epsilon is m dot quad is equal to next quad. So here we have seen one term we have next quad. So next quad will point to the next statement, and m dot quad is used to record the number of the statement. Record the number means record the address of the statement. So m dot quad store the address of for the statement. So now this is the SGT, grammar plus semantic rule, for only for Boolean expression. When you want to write the 3 address code for the Boolean expression using backpatching, then you have to follow this SGT, this grammar and semantic rule. So earlier you have also you have written the 3 address code, but on that time SGT was different, and now I am taking the same example as previously. So here, using backpatching, generate an intermediate code for the following expression: P less than Q or R less than S and T less than U. Also generate annotated parse tree. So here question is saying you have to generate the intermediate code P less than Q or R less than S and T less than U, but using the backpatching. And in the earlier video lecture, you have also seen I have already written for the 3 address code, but without backpatching. So if here in question mentioning using backpatching, then you have to follow the above SGT using backpatching technique. So first of all, you generate the annotated parse tree. This is the first method. So here you can see. So my expression is P less than Q or R less than S and T less than U. So here you generate this is the annotated parse tree for P less than Q, R less than S, T less than Q. So you can see here exp derive with exp or m exp, and we have already production exp derive exp or m exp, and here exp derive with id1 relational operator id2, and here m derive with epsilon. We have production m derive with epsilon, and here exp derive with exp and m exp, and this exp derive with id1 less than id2, and here m derive with epsilon, and this exp derive with id1 less than id2. So you can see at the leaf node we have P less than Q or R less than S and T less than U. So the given Boolean expression has been derived with the help of given grammar. So now this is the first step, and annotated parse tree. You can see here at every node we have true list and false list. This is the attributes. So every node is associated with true attributes, exp.trueList and exp.falseList. Here you can see exp.trueList, exp.falseList. Here m is associated with m.quad, and this exp.trueList, exp.falseList, exp.trueList, exp.falseList, exp.trueList, and exp.falseList. So here this list will be filled after the performing the traversing. So this is the first step. You have to create the parse tree, and second step you have to traverse. So you can apply the technique from top to bottom, left to right. Then you can traverse from this side, and when you find the reduction, you perform the action. So you can see here, when I am going to traverse this pass tree, then you start from here, exp, and when you come at this node, id1 relational operator id2, this will reduced by exp. So exp derive id1 relational operator id2. When you are going to traverse and you reach at this point exp, then this id1 relational operator id2 reduced by the exp. Then you have to apply the semantic rules. So what is the semantic rule you have seen here? When id1 relational operator id2, it will reduced by the exp, then we have semantic rule exp dot true list is equal to make list, next quad exp dot false list is equal to make list, next quad plus 1, and generate if id1 relational operator id2 go to dash, generate go to dash. So here you see what will generate here. Generating, it will generate if id1 relational operator id2 go to dash. So you can see here p less than q matches with the rule exp derive id1 relational operator id2, then it will generate. So if id1, what is the id1? id1 is p and id2 is q, and go to dash. So if p less than q, go to dash, this will be, this line, this statement will be generated by the semantic rule. And next, go to dash. So go to dash, and this both statement will be generated by the generate function. And you can see here, so this is the exp dot true list. We have two lists. One is the exp dot true list and exp dot false list. So what is the meaning of exp dot true list and exp dot false list? So this is the true statement. If p less than q is true, then go to, and this is the label. If this condition will be true, then your control transfer to the this label, whatever here. So the address for this instruction is 100. So we can say this is the true address. This is the address for true statement. And here go to dash. If this statement is false, if p less than q is false, then your control transfer go to dash, whatever here address. So this 101 for the this is the address for the false statement, and 100, this is the address for the true statement. So similarly here for r less than s, and you can see, so exp dot true list, so exp dot true list is equal to 100, exp dot true list is 100, and exp dot false list is 101, because of, you can see here, p less than q go to, this is the 100 is the address for the true statement. So at this node we fill exp dot true list 100, and here go to, this is the statement for this is 101, this is the address for false statement. So at this node exp dot false list is equal to 101. Now you can see, so exp dot true list, here make list is a function, So which work as the making the list for true list, and here make list also function. So here make list, it will create the list 100, and here it will create the list 100 plus 1, and it will assign to the exp dot false list. So exp dot true list is equal to 100 and exp dot false list is equal to 101. So here make list, this is the function which are working for creating the list at this node. Now you can see the pass tree. So in the pass tree we have id1, this is the r, and here less than, and id2 s. So this r less than s also reduced by the exp. So similarly here, as this id1 and less than id2, this reduced by exp, and we have applied the symmetric rule. And so similarly we will write the 3 address code for this node. So similarly for r less than s, so r less than s, if r less than s, okay, now here after this we have find the reduction this. So this epsilon reduced by the capital M. So when epsilon reduced by the capital M, then you go to the this production. So this epsilon will be reduced by the capital M. So M dot quad is equal to next quad. So what is the next quad? Next quad is the last address. So last address was 101. So what will be the next quad? 101 plus 1. So 102. So next quad will be 102. After the 101, the next address will be 102. So m dot quad is equal to 102. So here m dot quad is equal to next quad. So next quad is 101 plus 1. So 101 plus 1 is 102, and m dot quad has 102. Now next, you write the 3 address code for r less than s. So here r less than s. So r less than s, it means again you have to see the id1 less than id2, it will reduced by the exp. Then you have already seen. So what is the 3 address code for this id1 relation operator id2? So exp dot true list is equal to make list next quad. And what is the last next quad? So m dot quad is equal to 102. So here exp dot true list is equal to 102, and exp dot false list is equal to make list next quad plus 1. So 102 plus 1. So true list has 102 and false list has 102 plus 1, 103. And it will generate this code if id1 relational operator id2 go to dash and go to dash. So for this statement we have address 102 because this is the true statement, and id1 is r and id2 is s. So and address for this statement is 102, and address for, because this is the true statement. So and this 102, this is the address at this node exp dot true list, and exp dot false list 103, because this is the false statement, and here this the address for this statement is 103. So you can see here 102, this is the true statement. If r less than s, go to dash, and 103 go to dash. This is the false statement. Now Again, you can see here the next reduction is when you go here, then you find this epsilon reduced by the capital M. So this epsilon reduced by the capital M. So you have already seen what is the SDT. So SDT is M dot quad is equal to next quad. So last quad is 103. So next quad is 103 plus 1, 104. So M dot quad has 104. So M dot quad has 104 because the last address was, last quad was 103. So this address is 104. So here now current we have, currently quad number is 104. Now next again you will find the reduction. This ID1 less than ID2 and it will reduce by the EXP. So again similarly, as you have written the 3 address code for P less than Q and R less than S, now you can write the 3 address code for T less than U. So T less than U. So similarly you have to write the, so last M dot quad has M104. So here if T less than U, go to dash. So you can see again in the SDT for this production. So M dot exp dot row list is equal to make list next quad. So what is the next quad is 104 and it has the false list as 105. So here and ID1 and ID2 is T and U. So if T less than U, go to, and this is the true list and this is the 104 and go to false list, this is the 105 and all these true and false list, all these address inserting at the address node. So here exp.row list has 104 and exp.false list at 105. So like this here in the tree again you can see exp, this at this node exp.row list is equal to 100, exp.false list is equal to 101 and m.quad is equal to 102 and here exp.row list is 102, exp.false list 103, exp and m.quad is equal to 104, exp.row list 104, exp.false list 105 and this true list and this true list and false list has true statement and false statement. Now we have written the 3 address code for the all the 3 relational operator here P less than Q and R less than S and T less than U. Now you can see here the annotated parse tree and in this annotated parse tree here we have or this is the, there are 2 operations basically or and AND. So the label of AND as compared to OR is lower level in this tree and OR has the higher level. So you know when any operator has the lower level then the priority is higher than the upper level. So this AND has the lower level. So this AND has higher priority than OR because lower level operator has the higher priority than upper level. So first we calculate, first we evaluate the this AND. So again you find the here reduction exp and exp, exp and m exp, it reduced by the exp. So you go to the production exp1 and m exp, this reduced by the exp. So you have to apply the this semantic rule backpatch exp1 dot row list comma m dot quad exp dot row list is equal to exp2 dot row list exp dot false list is equal to merge exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list. So now you have to apply the semantic rule. So here you can see here we will first solve AND operation and then OR, because AND has the higher precedence over OR. So here we have exp1 and exp2. So exp1 has 102 and 103, and exp2 has 104 and 105. And when we will combine the three address code at exp1 and exp2, then we will get the this three address code from 102 to 105. Now here I am applying the semantic rule for this production. So backpatch exp1 dot row list comma m dot quad, and I have written here exp dot false list exp2 dot row list, exp dot false list is equal to merge exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list, and m dot quad is equal to next quad. So here exp1 dot true list is if r less than s for the exp1 and exp2. For the exp1 we have the true list 102, and for exp2 we have true list 104. So 102 and 104 are the true list, and 103 and 105 the false address. So here, according to the semantic rule, backpatch exp1 dot row list, and what is the m dot quad here? M dot quad is, you can see here in the our tree we have m dot quad is 104. So this function, for this function, backpatch exp1 dot row list comma m dot quad. So m dot quad is 104. This 104 insert to the exp1 dot true list. So according to the backpatch function, this m dot quad it insert to the this level, and here we have 104, and this 104 insert to the exp1 dot true list. So and you can see m dot quad is 104. So exp dot true list, and here you can see the second semantic rule, exp dot true list is equal to exp2 dot true list. So what is the exp2 dot true list? So exp2 dot true list means this is the 104. So this is the 104, and this 104 assigned to the exp dot true list, and exp dot false list merge exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list. So exp1 dot false list means you can see 102 and 103 for exp1. So exp1 dot false list is 103, and exp2 dot false list is 105. So here we have merge function. So this merge the exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list, and we have 103 comma 105. So this 103 and 105 assigned to the exp dot false list. So here there are three component, three nodes, or you can suppose non-terminal. One is exp, and the other one is exp1 and exp2. So you can see here in the tree, this is the exp, and here I am saying this is the exp1, and here I am saying this is the exp2. So we have to fill the this true list and false list. So exp dot true list, you can see here, this is the 104, and exp dot false list we get 103 105, because exp dot true list has is equal to exp2 dot row list, and this exp2 dot row list is 104. So this is assigned to the exp dot row list, and exp dot false list you have seen in the semantic rule. So exp dot false list is equal to exp1 dot false list, merge exp1 dot false list comma exp2 dot false list. So merging 103 and 105 and assign to the exp dot false list. So at this node we have true list and false list, and this is the address for true list and false list. So now here we have performed the AND operation, and now when we will move the above, then we will get here this exp or m exp. So here we have OR operation, and this exp or m exp will reduced by exp, and you have to perform the corresponding semantic rule. So here you can see, and now you have to complete this AND operation. And what is the in the AND operation here? Here AND operation, we have the back patch function. You can see we have back patch function. This is the back patch, and this back patch function has two parameter: exp1 dot true list comma 104, exp1 dot true list comma m dot quad. And what is the m dot quad here? We have m dot quad is 104, and this 104 will insert to the exp1 dot true list, and exp1 dot true list has 10. This is the address for exp1 dot true list is 102. So 104 this address insert to this label exp1 dot true list. So here finally we will get, you can see, so 102 this is the true list, and 104 insert to the 102, and here because in the first pass the address was unspecified, and now I filled this unspecified address with 104, but this 104 this filled with the batchpack function. So with the help of this function backpatch, m.quad insert to the exp1 dot true list. So 102 is the exp1 dot true list, and 104 is the exp2 dot true list. So here we will get the, now you can see here ki how this 104 insert to the 102. So this is the second pass, and now when you will move above, then we have p less than q or r less than s and t less than q, and we have, this is the OR operation, and the above expression matches with exp derived exp1 or mexp2. So the semantic rule for this production is backpatch exp1 dot false list comma m dot quad exp2 dot true list, exp dot true list is equal to merge exp1 dot true list comma exp2 dot true list, and exp dot false list is equal to exp2 dot false list, m dot quad is equal to next quad. So as previously we have m dot quad here, m at this node, you can see here at this node we have m dot quad is 102. So this 102, what this SDT say? This SDT says this 102 is insert to exp1 dot false list. So what is the exp1 dot false list? So we have, what is the exp1? Exp1 means this is the exp1, p less than q, and what is the false list of exp1? So 101. So this 102 insert at this level using the backpatch technique. So you can see here this 102 as inserting to the 102.101 address. And next is so the next semantic rule is exp.truelist is equal to merge exp1.truelist comma exp2.truelist. So exp1.truelist is 100 and exp2.truelist, you can see here exp2.truelist is 104. So 100 and 104 both merge, you can see here exp.truelist 100 and exp2.truelist 104, and both will merge at this node. So exp.truelist is equal to 100 comma 104. And the next semantic rule is exp.falseList is equal to exp2.falseList. So whatever exp2.falseList, so exp2.falseList you can see in the tree 103 105. So this exp2.trueList assigned to the exp.falseList. So this 103 and 105 assigned to the exp.falseList. So here you can see we have true list and false list at this root node. So true list contain 100 104 and false list contain 103 105. So using the backpatching technique, now I have completed all the true list and false list at this every node. At this node you can see how I have completed this true list false list. Here this exp, this exp, this exp, and at this exp. And finally, you have also seen how I have backpatch the 104 at this 102 and this 102 address at the 101. So here this is the 3 address code for the Boolean expression using backpatching technique. So here you have seen this 3 address code has been written in 2 passes. At the first pass, we left all the goto address, goto label, and in the second pass, we have tried to fill the addresses at the goto level. So this is the backpatching technique. So you can write the 3 address code with backpatching or without backpatching. So whenever you have asked, you have to use the backpatching, then you applied this SDT, or simply you can use the previous technique. Thank you.